This guy just inhaled a spinner. Okay, I'm ready. I got my catcher's gloves on. That's a white bass, and it's a beautiful sized fish.
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala Premium Fishing Gear, crafted from experience. Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. Dickies, guaranteed workwear since 1922. Lucky Strike, more fish bite with the Lucky Strike.
Now, do you have the same type of white bass down south?
We do. We've got the same type of white bass. We call them, we just call them stripers.
Yep, yep. Do they grow bigger than these, or is this the average size even for down there?
This is average size down there. And we do have one that's called a landlocked saltwater stripe.
Yes.
They grow up to like 50 or 60 pounds, but
wow.
These are about the average size.
Have you ever fished for them?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Yours is about the same size. If I'm in your way, you just flip them, deflect them right off me, okay? There you go. Nice one. Now what we're doing here, I'm with Clay Dyer, and Clay has come all the way up from Alabama. And I've also got Barbara, my wife, in the boat, and Pat Pagano in the back. And we were fishing for smallmouth bass earlier in the day. And what we're doing now is having a blast catching these white bass. A lot of people call them silver bass, but their proper name is white bass. And they're very similar to another fish called a white perch, which is also very plentiful in the Great Lakes. So I've got a little spinner and I'm trying to get the hook out. There, got that one out. I'm gonna put that one back. How's yours coming along?
It's coming along real good. I finally got a hold of the line.
Good. There.
I'm over here stumbling all over the deck and everything else.
Well, the waves aren't helping. Nice size fish. I mean, there's got to be thousands in here.
At least, because I've gotten either caught one or gotten a bite just about every cast since we've been here.
So what these bass are doing, they've moved into the river system, and I understand from talking to Pat that they're in here till about the middle of June. So we're actually holding off. We're fishing the Michigan side of the Detroit River, and this behind us is Lake St. Clair, and there's actually a nice current break here. You can probably see where the waves are hitting against the current of the river. And we're casting out and letting jigs, vertical jigging spoons, I've got a little spinner on, go towards the bottom and just slowly reeling them in. You know, over the years, I've had the offer to fish with a lot of celebrities. And for the most part, I've declined because I do a fishing show and I love movies and movie stars and I love sports people, hockey players, baseball players, you name it. But this is a fishing show. And there was a time when a lot of people wanted to be on the show, which is kind of neat. And a little while ago, I heard about a fellow by the name of Clay Dyer, and he happens to be right here to my left. And it was the first time that I went to the president of our company and I said to him, Salim, I would really like to fish with this person. Will you pay his expenses and get him up here in Canada? And Salim, our president, said, well, what's so special about this guy? I said, never mind, you're going to see. This is an amazing man. He loves to fish, he has a passion for fishing. So I've been blessed because Clay happened to be here in Canada to be at an event that we're going to be at tomorrow, and we're fishing together. Now, I see Clay as a wonderful man and a passionate fisherman. When most people see Clay, maybe they see something different. And Clay was nice enough to give me his book, and the book is called The View from Down Here is Just Fine. Now, would you mind explaining to the viewers what that exactly means?
Yes, Italo, I'd be honored to. You know, to me, the view from down here, basically, when people would get to see me for the first time, they would kind of know because I, you know, was born without any, you know, legs. I was born without a half, you know, just a half arm. And to me, you know, having no legs, you know, I don't have any special equipment, any special prosthesis or anything to walk on, but you know, even being what some people would say kind of at that level in life, you know, that to them they might look at life in a negative aspect. To me, I look at life, I try to live life every day to the fullest I can possibly live it. And when I came up with that title for the book, I want everyone to know that just because I might have been born this way, that I don't look at life, you know, in a negative manner. I look at life in as positive as I can look at it. You know, being out here in the boat, being out here fishing for the fish don't know. They could care less. You know, they don't know that I don't have but a half arm and no legs. And to me, that's one thing I love so much about it, is it kind of puts me on a level playing field with everybody else I compete against. You know, granted, I'm the only person in the as far as I know of, in the competitive, you know, realm on the top level that competes against, you know, 149 other able-bodied anglers. And I'm the only guy that appears to the way I appear physically. But, you know, the view from down here is just fine, is basically the way I look at life. You know, I could look at life as in, you know, the way I'm born, I don't like it, but that's not the way I look at it. I look at it as in, hey, I'm going to live it to the fullest each and every day.
Dickey's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes.
We were bar fishing and sitting in the chair, and the rod went over. Fish bit really hard and it pulled the rod pretty much right out of the rod holder. I jumped out of the chair, and the fight lasted for about half an hour. 5 foot 8 inches long, big fish, and it was about, we think, roughly 200 to 250 pounds, big fish. My dad taught me almost everything I know about fishing.
We'd love to hear your fishing story. Go to our website and enter the Dickey's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes. It's free, and you could win some great prizes.